Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Nathan Ray of Walled Lake Northern Football. How's it going?
Good. How's it going?
Good, man. So, of course, you're entering in your senior season at Northern, getting ready for the year. Just kind of talk about how this first week is gone.
Yeah. So this first week we just had camp. We all get up at 6:30. We got our first practice, and we get a lot done in that first practice. We got a workout session right after that. And we just been grinding all week long. We had our pads on this week for the first time. We got to hit.
Yeah, of course, pads on Friday, of course, full pads.
Yep.
That Friday. So, just how exciting is it to to get out there in the full pads and get everything you need, to get done?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You hear your coach say that you're doing in the alley drill, we call it, which is basically Oklahoma's, and we're all fired up to hit. I mean, it's crazy. We got to get reminded to not hit like too hard and take out our own teammates for the season because that would be bad. But we all want to hit.
Okay, so kind of talk about like what I know when people look at Northern, obviously everyone looks at what happened last year with you guys going 0-9 and all that. Really coming in, what has camp been like, and just what's been different this year compared to last season? I know because I know it just I know obviously everyone's really excited to get going for this year.
Yeah. As a junior last year, it felt like we lacked leadership. We didn't have that like supporting seniors to just guide us and help us through little things and push us further. But this year we've had a strong group of seniors that have mostly starters for all 3 years, and they've been able to get on the younger kids in the weight room. We've been grinding. This whole entire summer we've been up at 6:30 in the weight room, just every day, constant.
What just kind of explain, kind of take us behind the curtain a little bit. What is different? Because obviously, the coaches are still the same. Obviously, they can change too, but
Yeah.
what's the biggest difference? Because everyone had to change something. Like, what did you specifically? What were your goals entering into this season?
Yeah. Okay. So like with the younger kids, like there's a right way to motivate them and a wrong way to motivate them. Obviously, just yelling at them to do their job is not the right way to do it. You got to find what pushes them and like what makes them want to keep going. And we remind them like when we see them walking off of the football field, like sprint off and like little things to just like remind them to finish that rep, and that'll transfer over to the game because when we do that constantly in practice, that's all we know.
Yeah. So then again, going in, it's just like, you feel like, you're a senior. Of course, you've been this is Coach Battle's first 4-year class. So, obviously coming in as a freshman, obviously what a welcome in, because of course that was the COVID year.
Yeah.
What do you I know you've been around this program for a long time. Like, what has this program kind of meant to you?
It's kind of been like I don't know how to explain it, but it's definitely the hardest thing in my life that I've been through, and I think it needs to be that way. Obviously, seeing how last year was, like, there's no other way it should be. We just have to put our heads down and grind because we're already that much further behind, and I think we have been grinding, and we'll definitely have a different outcome than last year.
Describe, obviously, from any time you get coached by someone that's played a high level college football and played in the NFL. What's that like to have Coach Battle around? What has he meant to you?
I think it's a super lucky, like, not many people get that opportunity, and with him specifically, like, he will be on you if he knows you have that potential,
Yeah.
and he just doesn't let you, like, he's watching you 24/7, like, and you know that, and you got to go your hardest in practice. And I don't know, it's just like an eye in the sky that just knows what you should be like looking like in the future and what you should be doing, and he gets you there.
Yeah. What have you learned as a QB? What are some of the things that you really picked up on this summer? Like, what did you like? What did you learn this off season?
Yeah, so this off season I went to a camp in or yeah, a camp in Farmington, I think it was. And I worked with a couple of coaches there. Basically went over looking at coverages, looking at what like what you want to attack, what your DBs look like before the play, just little things like that. And it really expanded my view on the QB. Like before last year was my first season as QB, and I didn't have any of that knowledge coming in, and now I do. So I think it's going to be much better for me.
Okay,
Personally, I'm not.
okay, you're also a two-way player.
Yeah.
What's that like being a corner as well?
Corner, it's like it's just easy. It just I don't have to think about it. I'm in that. I'm on the field and I know what I got to do. I know my defense. I just go out there and play, try to make a good play.
Yeah.
But yeah, and with the offense, it's definitely much more thinking with the QB position. You got to know what's going on, and at times I'm tired and it makes it harder. But I just got to push through it.
How do you mentally prepare for a game, Nathan?
Mentally, before I like to listen to music before games. It just gets me in the zone. Maybe before that day, I'm eating, making sure I got energy before the game, everything's right, and yeah, I don't have that much. I'm a pretty laid back guy, so I'm not really scared going into games. I'm just kind of like the mellow guy, and I just listen to music, and I don't know, I just go into the game.
All right, what's on Nathan Ray's playlist?
I listen to a little bit of Detroit rap, so like Baby
Huh?
Smooth. I listen to Drake. I listen to let's see, J. Cole. I got Kendrick Lamar. Those guys mostly.
Okay. Either in the locker room or going on the bus before a game, what is do you is that a chance for you to like look at last minute film or study up, or do you just like to not think about it, maybe look out the window or shut your eyes or something? What do you do?
I don't like to think about it that much usually because then it's like I get into depth more and I think about it more and more and it just kind of eats me up. But I just like to keep my mind just like in a focused state. I know I got a game going on. That's all that matters. And I don't usually think about it that much further.
Okay, so do you just like so like during the locker room where when you guys are just getting ready, do you just like keep to yourself or something?
Yeah, I try to hype up my guys, but I don't like think about it myself. I'm just trying to get my guys going, playing some music in the locker room, getting the guys going.
Yeah. Kind of describe like, what are what how does the bus ride to games help you get ready for games?
It's like the last stop. You know you're on the way to going to the game. You got to prepare everything. You walking off that bus and you're going onto the field, and you know it's game time, and you just got to be prepared. Those are like the last final steps. Just anything you got worried about, thinking about, like defensive coverages, go over, watch huddle, watch their plays, see what's going on.
Okay. So you kind of do take a look at one last thing before you kind of get off there before during on the
Yeah, yeah, on the bus it's a little more convenient because I'm not in a locker room like walking around.
okay. Um um what would this I know the teams kind of talked about goals and everything like that. What are some of the things that you guys want to accomplish this year?
Um, our goal is to obviously not go 0-9 as the last season. But me personally, I want to get 500 at least. I want to make it to the postseason, obviously, and I want to get a chance to show other teams what our guys actually have, how hard we were working. I know our guys, we've been working so hard, and we deserve to make it that far.
Yeah, for sure. And really, what do you want to really see out of everybody, including yourself, in these first three games of the year?
Yeah, I want us to come out hard. I want us to dominate the other team. I want us to show what how hard we've been working, and I hope that they've been working as hard as we have because it's not fun.
Okay. All right. Well, Nathan, thank you so much for coming on, and best of luck to you this season.
Of course. Thanks.